Hey, look at that. We are on. Looks a little jumpy. All right. Get my board set up. Hi, everybody. It's acting up. It's being a little wonky. All right. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Check and make sure everything's going. I'm on the air, dear. Okay, thanks for telling everybody. Yeah. All right. It's being all jumpy. Hold on. Okay, I think it's starting to happen. Video capture device two. Uh, how is everybody today? There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. Setting up. Very professional today. All right. So, there we go. Now let's start. I'm going to put this wire up here. It seems like I'm unprepared, but I've been working on this thing for like 5 hours now. It's never perfect. That's all there is to it. So, today, hold on. I got to find the chat. Where is the chat? There's the chat. Good evening, Kyle. Hello, Burb4434. Groovy, tired, evening, tired. All right. Uh, so today's show is the sketch cover show. I have the new book. I made a book. First of all, I'm going to show off the folder because I always like to show off the folder. Good to see you back on the stream. Hello, Sean. So I enjoy showing this off. So today's cards. Get the nice card. Comes with goofy stickers. These are stickers made from like a lot of the sketches I did on the show. And etc. etc. It comes with a couple of trading cards that I got it in a couple of Comic Cons when I was a guest at a Comic Con in North Carolina, and then the magic fortune telling fish, which is super important because it can predict the future and change your life. All right, that was the tour. Start thinking about what's a good character. Contrary to popular belief, I still have all the extras you sent with my piece. Well, you can give them away if you want. I got my kids steal all my stickers. Is what happens. I make a bunch and then they come in and they take all the and put them on their laptops and whatnot, and then I have to make more. And they steal my comic books. I printed a. I remember I printed like 5 demos of Cease and Desist, and they took them all. So I had to go print more. All right, this is the sketch cover. I'm going to show it. The extras. The extras are my favorite part. Two-Face, that's a good one. I like that idea. All right. Now here's the funny thing. It's a kind of weird coated stock. Let me see if I can adjust this light a little better. Is that better? Sorry, it's just checking the lighting here. I'm gonna find my pencil. You kidding me? I am really set up for today. really did. I took my pencil and I put it right here where I would find it. Like a smart guy. Now I have a thanks, Kyle, for the books that I purchased from a while ago. They arrived safe and sound, and the sketches were awesome. Thank you. Oh, good. Yeah, it's good to be back. We were doing lots of things. My kid was graduating, so we had prom and graduation, and then my mother was in the hospital, so I had to schlep her around after she got in the hospital. I mean, I got out. Now you got to carry her around everywhere. So, oh, and then I did a bunch of trading cards, which is a lot of fun, and I figured I'll show you those later. I'm very worried about the guy who said he was tired because I was going to do a long show. Last time somebody asked about, maybe nobody asked, but I mentioned it. I had my friend Larry Doyle, who used to work at The Simpsons. I knew him. We worked together for years on a lot of stuff. And he and I did a pilot. We worked together also on Looney Tunes. And we also did a pilot for Fox. So he sent me videos of those, the not rejected, but unproduced Warner Brothers short, Daffy Duck short, which I thought folks might like to see. It's a animatic. And then the other thing was the, what do you call it? Pilot of a show called Monkeys, which we produced for Fox, and it didn't go, but I like it. So he sent me those, so I thought I would show them to you someday. Long day at work. Yes. Kyle, are you doing any requests on regular paper? We'll see. We'll see if I have time. That's yeah, I could do requests on regular paper. I have one piece of regular paper in here, just in case. So that might be. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Unless somebody's got a better idea, I'm gonna do this Two-Face. This Two-Face. That Paulie asked for. And I'm gonna flip through the book just so you can see. These are all the sketches I did previously on this show, and so I put them all into a book, and the book itself, I made two versions. The one version I made is the plan was a giveaway. So I just made these, and these cost me only $1 each. And these are, if this is the right one. Yeah, this is the cheap version. So this is the cheap version with a staple. And I'm giving them away with purchases. I always like to have giveaways, and I like to have enough, the repeaters. I don't want you to keep getting the same stuff, especially if you're holding on to them. So, I want to make sure there's new things. But I said it's such a nice book. I'll make 20 of actual books. So these are actual, glue binding, etc. And with all the stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to do Two-Face. I'm going to Google Two-Face because I can't remember what he looks like. I always loved your Abraham Lincoln issue of Plastic Man. I'd love to see a Plastic Man and Abe inspired sketch with Woozy and Agent Moret also involved. Wow, that sounds like fun. That does sound like fun. All right. The challenge of today's page, however, is I haven't drawn on this paper, and it seems to be kind of a coated stock. So it is possible that the pencil will not stick, and I may have to go straight to ink, which is fun. It's just a different process. All right, I'm Googling Two-Face now. TWOFACE. Enter. There he is. Oh, Tommy Lee Jones. Okay. I'm just trying to see what we got here. Okay. Got it. He always seems to have that hair. Oh, there's the other guy. Eckhart. Liked him. Right. I think I like this hair. He's got different hairstyles. I'm picking a hairstyle. as usual, if anybody has questions about anything, let me know. And what was the Buzz always reminds me to tell you guys to, I believe it's subscribe or follow. I cannot remember. I can't remember which, but I'm reminding you to do either one of those things, but I can't remember which one. All right, let's see. Let's just catch up on everybody. Very happy to see Rainy and Danny in there. Oh, yeah. I always loved you. Thinking about joined. Okay, I'm all caught up. I put in a pre-bid, was going to ask for a little Annie Fanny. Oh, I like that idea. I have, I can Google it, but I have the Little Annie Fanny book collection. It's really good. All right, here we go. The Search for Two-Face. There we go. Will the pencil stick? Let's find out. The issue is not whether it will stick, it's whether it will erase. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Trying to decide whether he's on the left or the right. He's going to be flipping a coin, I know that. I'm going to put him on the... Doing it super light in case I have to... Let's see if I can turn this down, see if you can see it better. I can't tell. All right. You're going to flip a coin. Put his hand there. Hand. Well, I guess he's a lefty, a righty. I don't know if he's a righty, but now he's a righty. Make him look. Oh, that was... Probably should have shown him from the other side, since that's the ugly side, but all right. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll put a shadow. Trying to think of how to make it interesting. Where do the shadows go? You gotta think about it before you do it. That helps. Here we go. I'm gridding it out. Ooh, okay. I am up. I'm gonna try a weird idea. I'm gonna see if I have. There we go. Because I'm concerned about this coating on the cover, I'm gonna slightly erase the pencil before I know this is probably maddening because I don't think it's showing up on the screen, but little bits of pencil. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start inking this up. Ink. There's the eraser. Oh, it sounds like it's got ink in it. Shake up the ink a little, because it's probably chunky. I was reading that you are a fan of Harvey Kurtzman, and when I think of him, I think of her. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I really enjoyed Mad and all the EC books. I liked his Two-Fisted Tales and Frontline Combat were probably my favorite comics as a kid. I was really into EC as a kid. I started getting into them when I was like 10 years old. And I remember saving up to get my first it was a big hardcover with Joe Orlando cover. It was enormous hardcover. It's like very, very large, like maybe 11 inches, 17 inches. And it had some really good color stories in it. This is back in the 70s. And I just read that thing over and over and over again for the rest of my whole life. And then I got all the Cochran ECs. Here we go. So far, so good. Test it. Okay. I'm going to turn the light up a little so I can see. There. I'm going to start with the hand. Does he have... I don't think he has gloves. Does he? He does not have gloves. Very good. All right. Knuckle, knuckle, knuckle. Off to a horrible start. There's going to be a lot of shadows in this. Okay. Gangsters always, bad guys always dress nice. All right. Try to figure out nose. That's the lumpy side. This is the smooth side. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along, and we're going to hope this works out. One of these days, I am going to flame out in front of everybody and have to throw a drawing out, because we are getting we have a good rate here. I throw out most of my drawings, not about half of my drawings, so it's only a miracle that we haven't done that. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's right. He's got like the two different color suits. Cute. I don't know if I've ever drawn Two-Face, now that I think about it. I think I only did one Batman comic. Only did a pinup. I did some merch. I did a lot of Batman merch. Ah. Oh, okay. Oh, his hair is like crazy. I like that idea. I'll make him look nice on one side. Give him a good haircut. Oh, he's kind of a fun character. Yeah. If you ever wonder how you come up with a light source, the light source is the side opposite the side yet screwed up. So whichever side has more mistakes, that's the side I'm going to put the shadows on. So far, it's neck and neck. That. Lumpy. Shockingly, he still has good teeth on both sides. He got hit in the face with acid, but he's still got a full set of teeth. Okay. Oh, the coin. Here we go. All right. Now the brush. See where we're at. Okay. Showcase 88 cover. What is the Showcase 88 cover? Let's find out. Showcase 88 DC. I like that I misspelled my own name. I'm trying to find out what cover I did. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, okay. It was like a Poison Ivy cover, I guess. Yeah. I guess. Is that the one we're talking about? Maybe? Maybe. All right. Here we go. Putting the black on. All comic book villains have great teeth for gloating. Yes. I also like the fact that in Marvel movies, no matter how badly beaten these characters get, their hair is perfect. Like at the what's the one? Infinity War, the Thanos one, I think it's called Infinity War. He's fighting all the guys and the world is destroyed and the people's costumes are like all burnt up and got holes in them and the marks and everything like that, and the hair is flawless. Doctor Strange's hair is just beautiful, and even Robert Downey is like costumes all effed up, but his hair is just that. I want that superhero hair. Whatever that mousse is, super mousse. I'm trying to find a good brush. Ooh, I might open a new one. All right. Where are my brushes? All right, I am not opening a new. My dog gone it. All right. Here we go. I'm going with this one. Don't do that. Thinking. All right. He's gonna have some zebra stripes. Not black. That'll give him a. Oh, come on. Here we go. There's some kind of disconnect. I am told that there was some kind of. My computer just said it disconnected or something. Tommy Lee Jones Two Face. I like Tommy Lee Jones. Here we go. He was never on the Cesar Romero show though. That's still my favorite because I'm that age. Okay. This side will be pinstripes. black tie on this side and a white tie on the other side. And Frank Gorshin as the real Frank Gorsh. He was a nice guy. This is the second time his name has come up today for some reason. And I met him in Argentina. He was okay. He was there with Adam West. I did not like Adam West, but I liked Frank Gorshin. Here we go. Yeah, I remember Dave Gibbons when we were in Argentina. Dave Gibbons was trying to get Adam West into playing in Watchmen because it's about a bunch of washed up superheroes who were past their prime, and for some reason Adam West was not interested in playing a superhero who's past his prime. Here we go. Hideous pockmarked skin. Actually, I thought I'd have color if I could find some color. Okay. It's starting to come together. I wished we lived in the timeline where we got to see Billy Dee Williams as Two Face. I wonder. The thing about Two Face is I would assume it has to be like a good actor who could play two different parts. And Billy Dee Williams is always Billy Dee Williams, which I have no problem with, but I've never seen him not be Billy Dee Williams. Hey, I'm Two Face, baby. All right. All right. The part where I get rid of everything. Start erasing everything. covering it with black. All right, now I'm just getting silly. Now, sometimes I'm done and I don't want to be done, so I keep. There's nothing there. It's do without that glare. All right. There. There we go. Couldn't find my water. Gotta put the inky pen in the water. Now I have to find the cap. There it is. Always put the cap back on the ink. Trust me. Burton was planning on having him turn into Two-Face in the third film. This was before he left the production, and they recasted him. Oh, okay. Gonna find a nice white pencil, white pen. Here comes the white. These are full of paint. It's like the old epoxy where you had to mix the. It's paint. There's paint inside. So there's one of those little balls. You gotta shake it up and hope it works. There we go. Give him a paisley tie. And lately I've been getting into this Al Williamson thing where he gets rid of the outline. Just lets the shadow define it. I like that. Okay. Go. Close to done. Give him a little hanky. Just trying to give more contrast between the good side and the bad side. I want them to look more different. The good side look smoother. Yeah. I feel good about it. I think I'm done. I think that one's done. Does it feel done? I think it's done. I got to put my name on it somewhere. I just dropped the pen. Hold on. There. Back. It's every day's an adventure. Get my stomach out of this shot. Ow. All right. I was putting my name on it. That's what I was doing. Hello, everyone. Brad joined. A bunch of people joined. Scar, up the coin. Oh, you want the bad side? Okay. The bad side. The evil side. There we go. I like that idea. I like it. Here we go. And I had another idea. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, I was going to put the number. So I didn't number these like a genius. So I'm going to start with 20 and then work my way back. All right. I don't know why. It sounds like something to do. Let's put a little more. Yeah, now I'm just being silly. Okay, I got to stop. Otherwise, if you work on it too long, you ruin it. Does happen. I'm going to leave it. Okay, there it is. The magical Two-Face. Let's see if I can make it a little contrast here. Nah. All right, that's as good as it gets. All right, that is it. I am going to go for one of the Wednesday comics collections. Oh, I have to put my daughter to bed and we'll be away from the show for about 10 minutes. Okay, enjoy. Wednesday comics collections. I like those. I do have one in the room. Oh my God. I got to carry that thing to the post office then. Okay. Now, did I have sense enough to list this darn thing? Oh, that's okay. Thank you for the payment, Sean. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. Oh, for heaven's sake. I got to find out where I listed the darn thing. I might have screwed this up. What a pro. What a pro. I am. Inventory. Sorry, I misplaced the listing. There it is. No, it's on there. Sketch cover show. Yeah, it should be there. All right, hold on. I'm blind. Hold on. There it is. There it is. Oh, somebody already pre-bid on it. Okay, here we go. Product auctions. All right, is everybody ready? I'm going to run it. Here we go. Okay, pay attention, everybody. I'm running it. Auction settings, start auction. Here we go. First show. First one of the day. Let me get some of this ink off. While we're doing that, see if I can clean this up a little without smudging it. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did do it right. Okay, good. How are we doing? Yes, Paulie just purchased Fine Art Gallery. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Number one. Okay, now I gotta, since we're gonna do more than one of these, I'm gonna put a post-it note with it so that I know this is Paulie. Before I, hold on, Mr. Professional here. See, this is me proofing my next book. All right. Thank you. Oh, there they are. I found my brushes. Paulie. Thank you, Paulie. Paulie. That goes in there. All right. Let's see. Next. Oh, he's going to. Can you do that plastic request on the piece of regular paper? Yeah, why not? If that's okay with everybody. How do I pay? That's an excellent question. How do I pay? You won the auction. Does anybody know? I've never won an auction. If anybody else here knows how he pays, that would be great. All right, there's Paulie. Thank you, Paulie. All right, into the thingamajig. Okay. It'll charge the account at the end of the show. So it's just you already paid. Thank you. It's already taken care of. I love this place. That's why I love Whatnot. Because even a goofball like me can make things make sense. Hold on, I'm trying to find my lucky piece of paper. The one piece of paper I brought in. All right. Dun. This is it. Yes. Paper. Backing board. Put that there. How many of these shows have you run? I don't know. I stopped for a minute because I had a whole bunch of family stuff. We've done about maybe 10 of them, maybe, but I'm gonna do them more regularly because my daughter is going off to college, which means I have more time and also have to pay for college. So it works out for it. There's my pencil. I just love the fact that my entire workspace. Oh, I'm gonna unpin product so people can see. Yes. Okay. How many of these should Plastic Man? Plastic request. I'm looking back to get the details of the request. Klaus Janson drew an amazing Two-Face. Klaus draws everything good. I like Klaus. Tosses the discard coin on one side. Hold on. All right. What was the Plastic Man request again? I remember it was like a complicated thing. Oh, it was Abraham Lincoln. On me. Come on. Why is it reconnecting? I don't know why that keeps disconnecting. Supposedly it's okay now. I was asking the Plastic Man request was something with Abraham Lincoln, but the message is scrolled away. So I believe it was Plastic Man and Woozy and Abraham Lincoln. Yep, Plastic Man and Abe. Okay, got it. All right. All right. I already hate it. Okay, I got a good idea. Okay. Find a nice picture of photograph of Abe. Refresh my memory. Lincoln. Lincoln. Lincoln Financial. Auto corrects to an ad. All right, here we go. That's Abe. Nice. Oh, those enormous ears. Very important. Oh, where's the damn hat? Come on. Lincoln hat. HJT. Oh, look at that. Okay. A photo of his actual hat. Now, Shaw. There it is. I might have to color this one because Plastic Man only makes sense in color. And I feel good. Hand. Black. All right. To make Plastic Man the hat. And the shawl. Okay. I started signing it. That didn't make any sense. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Question break. Kyle, did you request for Scott Morse to... No, I did not request for Scott Morse to do the fill-in issues on Plastic Man, or was that something... Yep, nobody believed that I could do a book all by myself on time every month, because nobody can do that, but I did, and I'd done it for years, and so they were like, well, we're gonna have Scott Morse do an issue for when you fuck up, and then we'll run that issue when you screw up, and I didn't screw up. So then did the first 6 issue story, and they said, well, we got this story So take the month off, uh, which was that kind of sucked. But so then I did another 6-part story, and then they gave me another month off because they bought another story. But I never missed a deadline. They just they thought I was gonna, and then they had to run these. But the other thing is, there's a thing DC does. They don't like it when a person writes and draws the whole thing. As a matter of fact, when you do it, you have to either. When I did, you had to be like an employee or of. I had to become an employee because they're worried that if you do everything on a book, that you might claim you own it because you did everything. And when you're part of a team, they can say, "Oh, the corporation owns it, not you." And I don't claim to own Plastic Man, but they were worried about that. So, uh, and the same thing. That's the reason Superman's babysitter is credited to my ex-wife is because same thing. They were like, "Well, you have to share credit with somebody." So, and again, you got to remember they don't like to put the name of the artist on the cover. They don't like to promote the artists over the characters for good reason. You know, they it's the same reason nobody famous ever plays these superheroes. Is they take unknowns, they sign them a 3-picture deal, and then kick them to the curb because if somebody like Harrison Ford keeps getting another $20 million every time he has a hit movie, you know, it's the last Indiana Jones movie. He must have gotten like $50 to $100 million, or you know, James Bond. So they like it when you're not famous, and they like it when you don't get famous. And anyway, how did that? By putting Scott Morris into a book, you can pretend that I didn't do everything. That's basically it. You know, I think, whatever. But I thought Scott did a good job. I thought it was not necessary. Yeah, that's how they do it. Whatever. All right, here goes. That was a long story. This is Abraham Lincoln. What artist did you look at and inspired you to become an artist? My parents were artists. They met in art school. They went to Pratt Institute. My dad used to work in advertising, and so I was used to draw with them. And then my dad would bring home art supplies from work. He'd bring home markers and drawing pads and all that stuff. And I used to love reading the newspaper, the funny papers, with my family, my grandparents, and parents would read me the newspaper cartoons, Prince Valiant, and all that stuff. So that's the stuff that I really liked, was the newspaper stuff, um, more than the comic book stuff, I would say. Also because I like funny things, so I liked Donald Duck comic books. I thought were very good, and Archie comic books, and Mad Magazine was probably my favorite thing. I used to copy pictures out of Mad Magazine. Like I had all the Don Martin books. I thought Don Martin was the funniest guy ever. I still think Don Martin's the funniest guy ever. Uh, yeah, Mad, Blondie, Pogo. I liked. Yeah, I had a lot of Pogo books as a kid. Prince Valiant. I liked. I thought the drawing was really good in Prince Valiant. And then when I was 10, I really got into EC. I really got into the Tales from the Crypt and all that junk, and that was my favorite stuff. Uh, I'm trying to catch up on all the questions. Don Martin was unique. Yes, he was. He was something. Priscilla's Pop. Priscilla's Pop. Is that Elvis Presley? uh, finally caught your what not show. Kyle, did you request it? I think I'm caught up. Plastic name. All right, good. I'm all caught up on my questions. This thing's really skipping around. All right. I'm stalling. That's what it is. One more time. Look at that nose. Where's Abraham Lincoln's nose? kind of nose you got in the. All right. For me, the hardest part, not the hardest, but the thing that takes most concentration is the acting. Like, what kind of, what's he thinking? Like, what's his emotion? I hate to do like a generic pose. I always try to think, well, what is the guy trying to do? Why is he doing it? Here, Lincoln, man, rough looking dude. All right, try that shawl. One of the things I try to do is do things in the order of difficulty. Do the hardest stuff first and get it out of the way. In case I screw it up, I can deal with it before I move on. So I am not sure about Lincoln's shawl, but I want Lincoln to have a shawl. I got the photo reference in front of me. You know who did a good Lincoln? Jack Davis used to draw good Lincolns. Not sure why. I think it's because Lincoln looks like a Jack Davis drawing. Hmm. Oh, it's nice to figure out how the hand connects to the arm. There we go. I think we know where the shadows are going. They're going to cover up that mistake. Okay.
comments. Also, can you run this after you finished? I'm really hoping I'm able to get this.
Okay. In case there's a huge demand for Abraham Lincoln, get the. Oh, Buzz Artist is here. Hiya, Buzz Artist. Also, you can run this. Sorry, just catching up. Horrible strip. Look it up. Why did I just do that? That's not what I was looking for. Abraham Lincoln. That's what it was. Lincoln. Where are you? Just trying to remember what kind of tie he has. Images. Here we go. Oh, it's that. All right. That is a weird ass tie. All right. Okay. It kind of. All right. Here we go.
How goes with things? Family all going
No, Buzz. No, my mom's fucked up. But yeah, that's why I haven't done a lot of shows. But my kids are doing good. My daughters, one, the oldest, not the oldest one, the middle one. You know them. Jackie, she's moving. She's moving in with her older sister, the two girls you met. And Maddie is going to college, and so I'm getting the whole place back. I guess theoretically, I shouldn't say it too loud since they're still here. So I'm kind of excited about them going out. Sarah keeps telling them that I'm gonna miss them. uh, I'm already picking out the new furniture. Here we go. Here we go. Uh, look at. You know how it is. We're at that age, Buzz. That's what happens. Everybody gets a turn. But I'm next. Soon my kids will be wiping my ass. Honestly, it's kind of nice that you do get to spend more time with your family though. I see my mother more than I have in years. So I like that. I do like that. She's funny. Yeah, she a bit self conscious about being helpless and stuff, but it's funny because I keep telling her, I got four kids. I've been changing diapers for like 20 years, so you know no big deal. Kids can't do nothing. Kids can't bathe themselves. They can't eat. You got to do everything. All right, that feels good to me. I'm gonna wait 2 seconds for this to dry. Before I smear it all over the place with the eraser. Then I'm gonna put the blacks on, and then I'm gonna throw a little red on there to make the joke work. I got plenty of red. I had an eraser. There it is. There it is. Knew I had an eraser. All right, here's the part where I smear all the wet ink and have to redraw it. So enjoy. This will end up on a blooper reel somewhere. Oh, yeah. Sorry, looking for shiny parts. I'm really worried that I'm gonna... I think, who was it? Kevin Nolan. He hates this paper. He was telling me this paper sucks. Why are you using the shiny paper? I don't know why I'm using it. I think it was what I had. I told you. I told you I was going to do that. All right. No big deal. I saw it coming. I did it anyway. That's okay. I use a lot of white. It's why I always say put the cap back on your brush. I mean, put your cap back on the... I know me. I like to spill my ink. I like to smear my ink. I like to pick up the wrong coffee cup and drink my dirty water. These are all the things I like to do. Now, this is how you know it's not AI. It's all part of my plan. But why didn't... How did it smear the ink without picking up the pencil? That doesn't make it... All right. You'll see. It's all going to work out. There's my hideous brush. It's in the water. Nice. We're starting with the black. Get that out of the way. That's why it doesn't matter. Everything just gets turned black anyway. More black is good. More black always makes the composition better. Plus Lincoln Woozy. I dig it. Yes. That's what I'm doing. It's happening. I'm doing a lot of Plastic Mans lately. People always ask for whatever I was doing 20 years ago. It takes 20 years to like become nostalgic. I have this theory. I used to get a lot of shadows, and then I used to get a lot of Transformers. I predict that I will get a lot of Phineas and Ferb requests in a couple of years. There we go. Other thing I like about drawing Plastic Man is you don't have to be too careful because anything you screw up, you can just make it Plastic Man. Oh yeah, he's melting. He's got an extra arm. Why not? Okay. Works.
I've been postponing shows lately. For Pete's sake.
I don't know why this thing keeps disconnecting me. We keep cutting out. It's one of those days. Okay. All right. Plastic Man's a lot less about light source. I kind of like that kind of open animation look where there's not really a lot of shadows. Sorry, I tend to shut up when I focus. I can't talk and think at the same time. Trying to, like I say, for me the biggest thing about these kind of drawings is the emotion, the expression. And if I get distracted, then the expression becomes less specific. I'm a big fan of very specific expressions. You should be able to look at the person and kind of get what's going on in their head, if anything's going on in their head. In the case of Woozy, nothing's ever going on in his head, and that has to read. But yeah, I like to do stories that don't have a lot of dialogue, and so I really think about what's going on in people's head. Like, what is he thinking? Ah, yeah. Shadows. Uh, yes. The other thing is sometimes I forget what the plan was. You have a picture in your head, and then you try to put the picture on the paper before you forget the picture in your head.
Love your take on Dick Tracy. This message, interesting. Love your take on Dick Tracy. And the note says this message contains muted words. I can't imagine. I guess maybe Dick from Dick Tracy is muted or something. I'm not sure. But thank you. I
I am the biggest Chester Gould fan. I think that's one of the best comic strips ever done, honestly. I I had all those books too. Thanks for reminding me. When I had all the Don Martins, I also had all the paperbacks of Dick Tracy, and I had what was the one I really liked? The Brow was my favorite. He had this weird torture device. It was like a bear trap. He had these two twin sisters, and he would keep one of them prisoner and make the other one. I'm washing off the brush, and then make the other one do crimes. All right. So yeah, it was a treat to do the book. And then I did a cover. I did a cover recently for them a couple years ago. I think Archie had the rights. I can't remember now. It was either Archie or IDW. I think if I remember correctly, what happened was I was commissioned by Archie, and then it turned out Archie didn't have the rights to Dick Tracy. Somehow there was a contract issue. And so they called me up and said, we're not doing the cover. And so the cover sat around for like years. And then IDW was publishing. And so I told them I had a cover lying around that I was trying to get rid of. So it was like I got paid 2 years after I did the cover or something stupid like that. And then I sold the cover. You know, I don't actually know if Lincoln had buttons on his sleeves, but he does now. I'm gonna try and locate some red. Put a little red, a little bit of red, not a lot, a little. I'll try and find my red pencils. Tried too hard. Oh. I might try it. I might regret it. All right, this might be the day I screw it up. All right. I use my palettes come from Golden Curry, by the way. So if you buy if you buy Golden Curry, it comes in 4 servings. It's just perfect for pallets. Yeah, it's Japanese curry, and then so I collect them. I have tons of these darn things, and they're the best. And the food is good. The curry is good. If you like curry, I should get them to sponsor me. All right, we're gonna do this. I'm excited. We're really gonna get some red in here. See, I bet. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anybody was expecting color today. This might be. I don't think I've ever used this brush. I'm very bad at cleaning brushes, which is why I buy the cheapest brushes on earth from Five Below. But since if you're a guy who doesn't clean his brushes, you should make sure you got a new brush and you got a new color. Okay. Curry in a hurry. I love curry. It's my favorite. I I was going to say I'm a good cook, but I'm the only person that actually eats what I cook. Nobody likes my. All right. Here we go. If I was smart, I would test it. But I ain't smart. Here we go. Just a little. Not going to overdo it. Need a little more water. I'm trying to do it without much water because I don't want this paper to curl up. By the way, if you don't like your paper to curl up when you paint, wet the back of the paper and then it won't curl up. But I am not near my sink, so yeah, okay. We add a little more water. Today's the day. Today's the day I flame out. Trying to do it without smearing the underpainting too. That's the other challenge. There. But I felt we really need the red because otherwise there's no way to know that this is Plastic Man. And then the joke isn't funny. Such as it is. Here we go. Okay. There we go. I like that. I might go back in with another coat when it dries. You're getting a lot of glare. All right, we'll see what happens when that dries. Now I got to put yellow. It doesn't look right without the yellow.
It's getting ridiculous.
All right. Put the paint here. Getting everywhere. Yellow. All right. I can find my yellow palette. There they are. And a clean brush. Clean brush. Clean brush. Because we do not want to dirty up the yellow. There we go.
No, yo, neck, dead king. You can list the item in the auction section and pin it so people can pre-bid while you're working on it, then launch when you're done. Yes,
Thank you. It's true. As a matter of fact, I should relist the darn thing. Here we go. Buzz has good ideas. All right. Now I'm going to put a little. See, now I'm getting carried away. I am going to look and see if my colored pencils are in arm's reach. But if they are not, I'm giving up. They are not. All right. I guess that's. I don't know. Does that look done, or should we put a little flesh tone on it? I don't know. I kind of like it. Let's vote. I'm going to wait for an answer. Find out if I'm done or not. Am I done or not? Looks good. I'm done. Looks good. I'm done. I'm done. All right. I'm going to relist this darn thing. Okay. Save changes. See. I did it. I'm so happy when something actually works. All right. Without. Let me just make sure the guy's here. Hold on. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right, I think he's here. Okay, he is here. Yes, we had an incident a couple weeks ago. All right, start auction. Here we go. Start auction. Oh, I forgot to sign it. That's something to do. Get my. I'm gonna sign it with a brush. That's crazy. I'm gonna sign it with a brush because I can't find my. Oh, it went! Hooray! Thank you. It went. I think it went. I wasn't looking, but I believe it went. Thank you. All right. Do whatever you want. I'm here. Okay. I'm gonna sign it. Thank you very much. I think next. Oh no. I think next we're gonna I'm gonna try that Wednesday comic book that was requested. I'll put this here where it won't. So there it is. Last look. Why is it so large? It's big. All right. Another fun day. All right. Next. Let's see. I'll PM you later on FB. You need some. I love Buzz. You're correct, Buzz. All right. Here we go. I don't know if this is going to fit on camera. It is. It is fitting on camera. I'm going to open it. Oh, I got an unpinned product. There. Now, I got to check my hands, make sure there's no ink on them. Very important. You should cancel that sale and run the $100 sketch. Oh. I liked it. It was what it was. I got carried away. I do get carried away. We're looking for my pen. It's in here. There it is. Pencil. Okay, now I'm going to draw Hawkman in Wednesday Comics. Don't ever use your pen to open the shrink wrap. That is a stupid thing to do. There we go. Buzz, you should have been at his first show. He's actually much better now. That's true. The first show had no sound. Ugh. Ah. There we go. Damn, that thing is. I know. It is huge. It's going to be interesting. And then I got to take it to both up. Okay. How do we open it? And where do we draw in it? There's something. There's a blank page. Okay. It's going to be unusual. All right. Hawkman. Commandy. Yeah, maybe I weighed it wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me know if I owe you more for shipping. 10 seems low for that. Yeah, it's a heavy book. I might have typed in the wrong weight. I'll double check. I'll double check. All right, Hawkman. That's what the kids call line of action. Okay. You say I gotta see the thing in my head first, and then start drawing it. That is wrong. No, that's right.
Let me see. Okay. I launched the wrong item? No, I launched the right item. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I did. Yeah. You're right. I did do it wrong. You're right. You're right. What the hell? You're right. I need help. That's ridiculous. That was stupid. All right. All right. I gotta give him. I'll give him the mace here. I'll give him the sword here. Tightening it up. Wings. He has wings. You gotta forget that. It's called Hawkman. All right. There we go. It's very large. You're right. But it's 11 by 17, which is the size of a comic book page. So it's not that bad. It's the bulkiness and the fact that it opens up. Double check his costume. Oh, it's in the book. Is he Googling everything? Got the sword. Pouches. Everybody's got to have pouches. All right, I'm done with that. I am going to start inking. Inking. All right, 2 seconds. Oh, there it is. I think I'm going blind. I think that's. Shaking. You got to shake the ink up away from your art. Trying to figure out where to put the ink. The place I usually put the ink is covered by the book because it's so large. I gotta put the ink somewhere where it won't destroy my computer. There we go. What did I just drop? Well, whatever I dropped, it's gone. Here it comes. I'm going to start with this. Get that out of the way. Oh, going to haul it around cons and see if I can get others to sign. Should be able to get Garcia Lopez, Nolan, Palmiotti, Connor. Yeah.
It's a few pounds. Okay. I move my ink. All right. All right. Progress is being made. I've been avoiding the face. Some wacky perspective. Yeah. It's the perspective that's challenging on those ears. It's working. All right. So who's going to San Diego? I'm going. I'm only going for 2 days. I haven't been in a very long time. I don't remember the last time I went. It'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see everybody. Ah. Okay. I am faking this perspective. I move the ink. It's supposed to be over here. It's over here. Yeah. I do my best to figure it out, and then I cover up everything black that I screwed up, which is going to be a lot. I'm going to do a lot of this with the ink, with the brush. Feathers are good with a brush. Look at his boots. Boots. There they are. Okay. Let's see if he has a stripe on his boots. I seem to remember him having a stripe on his boots. Oh yeah, Aquaman's in your story. Spoiler. Come on. Alright, well. I managed to never show his boots in that story. So I think he's got these kind of boots. It's just such a tricky angle. I'm trying not to get in front of the camera. All right. I like it. Now, we're going to avoid doing what I did earlier when I erased. I'm going to look and see. Put the top on the ink. I'm not going to put the top on the ink. I'll put the ink where it won't do any damage. That's my compromise. And here we go. We're going to try one more time. Uh-oh, exactly. It's an uh-oh. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So far, so good. Can he do it? I've only been doing this my entire life. I'd like to get it right just once. That was exciting. All right. It happened. All right. All done. Return to the ink. Put the ink over here. I'm gonna do the sword with white out, so it's gonna look like I'm going over the lines. Yeah. Nice feathery feathers. Did you say earlier you only had one 8.5 by 11 piece of paper? I believe yes. I will double check. I'm sure I could find another one. Here we go. Here we go. Did you say earlier? What sorcery is it? Uh, the magic of Hawkman. I want to go off the. Uh, yeah. Nice and feathery. Here's the part where I pick a light source. It's going to be that way. So as usual, pick a light source. In this case, the light is the upper right hand. So everything on the lower left hand of an object gets turned black. And that's how we give things depth. I really want this beak to cast a shadow over him, like that. Okay. And I might be getting the logo wrong. I seem to remember that Blackhawk has the same logo as Hawkman, and that can't be possible. But that in my head for some reason they seem to have the same. So I'll double check shortly. Okay. As usual, I love questions. So if you have any questions, all right. Give me a second. It's shaping up. Speaking of Hawkman, what was Joe Kubert like? What I liked about Joe was that when I met him, he was like super old. He didn't go. I didn't go to his school. A lot of my friends went to his school, so I met him probably like 2005. I think around the time I was doing Plastic Man or whatever. And what I thought was neat about him was that he just immediately started asking me questions about computers. And this was at a time when everybody was busting my balls about using computers and like, why are you using computers? There's, no future in computers. And that actually, the fact that it was like an old guy, I hate to talk about him like he's an old guy, but he was an old guy that age. Most people that age do not want to learn new things. You know, my mother, I bought her a GPS and she refused to. Like, she has a bunch of stuff I bought her. She just refuses to learn how to use it. And they're not that kind of, like a GPS is pretty easy to use, but she's just like, no, I've learned enough things in my life. So the fact that Joe would ask me, like, how do you do that? What are you using? What software are you using? And techniques and stuff. He was super interested in this particular craft. You gotta really like comics, I think, to do a good. You gotta like whatever you're doing to do a good job. To the point where you think about it all day. You think about it a lot, and so I see people now all day, complaining about computers and AI, and so we don't know. It might turn out to be great. If it's garbage, it won't catch on. If it's good, then we'll all use it. I like the guy. Also, we were in a race to try and have. I was trying to have more kids than him, and I think I was short by one, and I was very disappointed. But I admire anybody who like Neil Adams, the same thing. I admire anybody who has decent kids and gets along with their kids. That's important to me. I hope my kids, turn out as good as Neil's kids. I think they did. I got some good kids. See, I've been fudging this hand because I knew it's just going to be mostly in shadow. And I'll pick out some highlights. It just gets darker and darker. Here we go. All of my hard work is disappearing, turning black. Yeah. This might not suck after all. There. I'm really trying to get better with my shadows. I hate to cover things up, but honestly, it looks more realistic when if you put the shadows in. It's like, oh, I wanted to put all those abs, but the abs, there's no room for the abs. They wouldn't be there. And then like this arm, this hand would cast a shadow. And this sword would cast a shadow. And his feathers would not be visible. Okay. Almost done. Yeah, it should go. And his head would cast a shadow. This doesn't need to be there. See, it get too precious. Yeah, I don't know what that is. This goes in the water. Goodbye. I'm gonna actually clean the brush. You know, I say I don't. Okay. Now the final part is the whiteout.
Oh, it's starting to come together. Don't get cocky. Never like to pull the. Yeah, it's true.
I might screw this up, but I think I won't.
I just cannot get the right angle. I'm gonna actually have to use an honest to God ruler. It's against my religion.
But I cannot get my hand up here because of the size of the thing.
I'm unable to turn the page. So. All right.
Go.
Shake it a little more.
Okay. Yes. Such a crappy mace.
Trying to get the whole. All right.
This thing's monstrous. The old reflected light.
I just realized there's no way I'm gonna get this on the scanner.
I'll do it in pieces.
Feathers are fun. I think I done it. Yeah. Put my name on it. There's the pen.
Don't forget to sign it. I'm signing it right now. Here it happens. Here it comes. Clean that up first. Okay. A little bit more. Clean it up. And put the top on the ink. We don't know where the top of the ink is, so I'm going to put this in a safe place. Safe place. There we go. All right. Double check. All right. Auction. Went way above and beyond. Thank you. I'm having a good time. I did totally go, but I'm enjoying this. It's important to me to do a good job. What am I looking for here? It should be here. Hold on. Looking for the. There it is. Product auctions. All right, I'm running it. There it goes. That's a lot of text. I cut and pasted it off of the Amazon. That's why there's so much text. I didn't write it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm happy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We did it! Thank you. Thank you so much. That was fun. All right. Where am I putting this? Putting it here. All right. Hold on. How do I wait? Isn't there a way to unpin? Click for shipping price. Not shippable to you. That's right. Okay. Okay. It works. It works. Yeah, I get it now. Oh. Okay. So it worked. All right, I'm gonna quit then. I'm thoroughly confused. I did 3 drawings. I think maybe I'll come back tomorrow. Hold on, I'll check. Sarah? She's not there. I'm gonna find out if I'm available tomorrow, and I might come back tomorrow. I'm starting to cook in here. It's a very small room. It gets hot. So thank you everyone for thank you everyone for coming out. We'll see you soon. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And now here's the part where I try to figure out what button to push to quit. And then it's around. It's somewhere. Shows. End show.